Welcome back to Southwest Florida Woodworking. My name is Sean. I'm here today to just say hello and tell you that I'm going to be working on a different project today. Today I'm going back to the display boxes that I was working on. I've got one of them assembled partially, and then I'm going to be working on the second one. I got to finish cutting out the dovetails for it so we can get them ready to be assembled and get ready to cut the backs out and get that all affixed so that everything looks nice. It's just a matter of doing what I'm putting together and doing with what I got. So, you may think that I'm doing it wrong or something's being done wrong. I mean, if you see something that I'm doing wrong or you think I'm doing wrong, comment. Let me know. I am not the authority on woodworking. I've got a pretty good grasp of it, but I'm sure there's things that I could still learn. It's just my way of doing things. I mean, I'm not going to do it the same as everybody else, but that's just the way it is. You'll have to excuse me. I'm trying out a new microphone today, and I'm hoping it's working. So, I mean, just let me know. I mean, comments are great because it's a way of showing constructive criticism. If I saw something that I didn't understand or I thought that was wrong if I was watching a video, I'd give constructive criticism or say, hey, great job, it looks great. But that's just me. It's all up to the individual that's looking and everything else. So if you do watch this video and you see something, let me know. Let's make this better together. I'm sure everybody else that's doing this had to start somewhere. I'm a one-man show. I don't have a camera person to move the camera around, do this, do that. I don't have a person like that. It's just me. So, give me some constructive criticism so I can make this better. So, for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up so I can get to work and take you on this journey with me. All right? Like I said, we're going to be getting into doing these pin boards for those frames. What I've been doing is I take and so I can mark them out. Make sure we got a sharp pencil here. Always helps to have a sharp pencil, especially if you're doing something like this. All right, first thing we're going to do, take our board, make sure the gauge is set where it should be. Make sure both sides coincide with one another. And they do. What I did was this board here I laid out for the dovetails. I used this to make the angle guides for the pins so that they're or for the tails here. That was my 8-to-1 board. That's what I put them at, right? What I did was I measured over an inch and went up 8, and that gave me the angle for my tails. I'm just making sure I keep the gauge set just in case there's something wrong. I can fix it. I shouldn't have any issues with it, but it's just a precaution. So now what we're going to do is I take this board here, I'm going to stick it down in the vise here, drop this because I put water draws in my vise so that it spreads over the area. And then I take this board here and line it up. Make sure we got the right face going the right way. Alright. And what we're going to do is get it lined up here. Make sure it's pushed down. Tighten the vise up a little bit so it won't go nowhere. Now the first one I marked 1, 2, 3, 4. The second one here I'm going to mark A, B, so that when I take these all apart and I start getting them sanded and doing everything to make them so that they're right, everything goes back in the same order. It's just a precaution of mine just so that I don't have to worry about it. So what we're going to do, we'll mark out A here. Alright. Now A is marked. So what we're going to do is, because that's A, make sure we got the right faces going the right way. Alright. That's B. The bottom one and from that is going to be C. So what we're going to do is we're going to do B next. Take the next board. Make sure we got the right side going out that I want to have out. Alright. Now a lot of people would say, well, why are you doing it, marking them all off to begin with? It's just my way of doing things. I get them all marked out that way there. All I got to do is once they're all marked out, I'll go through and start doing my cuts and getting everything set up so that everything's right. Okay, we're going to mark this one as B. We'll trace our tails here. Alright, now on the opposite side of this, which is going to be right here, making sure we got it faced the right way. My boards, I put lines across them so I know which ones what goes where. Sand that out or something. Anyways. Okay. So now I'll go like this. So this is going to be C. Alright. Get it in line. I know most people would use a marking knife. I don't have one at the present time. I'm in the process of getting one. Probably make my life a little bit easier, but like I said, for right now, I do with what I got. So this is going to go this. Letter D. Flip this board around. Lift this up a little bit. Just lift it up. Get it in the vise. Get this squared up to it nicely. So get the bottom back edges here. Make sure it's tight. And trace these out. There. Just trace them out. Now there I can set these aside because I won't need these for a little bit. Because now I've got all 4 sets marked out. I'm going to switch this around here. If you're wondering what I got back here, I got a little 6-inch bench mount vise. It's an Irwin vise. I just took a couple of pieces of poplar, 3/4 inch, ripped it to, I think it's like 2 1/4 or something like that. And just tied them onto the vise faces. Works good for what I'm doing. Later on, when I get some good material or a better material to put on there, I'd like to put oak on there just because it's a little bit more sturdy. But the poplar seems to be working for right now. It does bend a little bit, but I made myself a spacer so that the boards are, it's the same thickness as the board, so it takes it, instead of the vise going like this, it forces it to go the right way. It's just a different way of doing things. In my shop, of course, it's my garage. I've got that big wagon project in here and stuff.